I was born big. I grew big, and my dreams grew even bigger. My name is Shaquille O'Neal, but you probably know me as Shaq. Looking back, my journey feels like something out of a movie, but it all started from a very real, very humble place. My childhood wasn't what you'd call a walk in the park. My biological father wasn't around in my early years, which left a void. But into that void stepped my stepfather, Philip Harrison, a sergeant in the U.S. Army. He was the definition of tough love. He gave me structure, he demanded discipline, and he taught me the meaning of respect. Long before I learned the fundamentals of a drop step or a hook shot, I learned about integrity, hard work, and what it means to be a man. Those lessons in toughness were the real foundation of my career, more so than any basketball drill. Then, one day, I picked up a basketball and everything just clicked. The world, which had often felt confusing and out of size for a kid like me, suddenly made perfect sense. The court became my sanctuary. I started growing, and I mean really growing, faster than all the other kids. My height became my most noticeable feature, and soon, my body turned into an undeniable force of nature. But here's a secret I learned early on: size alone doesn't make you great. It can get you noticed, sure, but it doesn't build greatness. Heart does. It's the will to push harder, the drive to be better than you were yesterday, and the courage to face down your biggest fears. That's what truly makes a champion. My journey to the top really kicked off at Louisiana State University, LSU. That's where I went from being a big kid with potential to a national sensation. College basketball was my platform, the place where I showed the world a glimpse of what I could do. The hype was real, and the pressure was immense, but I thrived on it. The court was my stage, and I was ready for the spotlight. Then came the NBA. Orlando, Florida. The Orlando Magic drafted me first overall, and just like that, the Shaq phenomenon was born. We were a young, exciting team, and we took the league by storm. Shattering backboards, high-flying dunks, the energy was electric. We made it to the NBA Finals, and even though we didn't win, we put the world on notice. Orlando was the perfect launch pad. It was where I learned what it meant to be a professional, a leader, and a superstar in this league. But my destiny, it seemed, was written in Hollywood gold. A trade sent me to Los Angeles to the legendary Lakers. And Los Angeles is where I became a champion. It was there that I teamed up with a young, fiercely competitive guard named Kobe Bryant. From the moment we stepped on the court together, there was a spark. His fire matched my own, an unquenchable desire to win. He was the perfect complement to my power. We were a force of nature, an unstoppable duo. Our time together was a whirlwind. We fought, we laughed, we definitely clashed, but most importantly, we conquered. We pushed each other to the absolute limit day in and day out. That friction, that competitive tension, it's what forged us into one of the greatest duos in sports history. 3 championships in a row, a modern-day dynasty. It was a golden era for the Lakers and for the city of Los Angeles. The parades, the glory, the feeling of being on top of the world. It was everything I had ever dreamed of and more. But like many great stories, our chapter had to end. It's tough for 2 leaders, 2 alpha personalities, to share one throne forever. The tension that once fueled us eventually started to pull us apart. The partnership dissolved, and it was time for a new beginning. We separated, and I found a new home in Miami. Some people thought I was done. They thought my best years were behind me, that I couldn't win without Kobe. Miami embraced me with open arms, and together with the young Dwayne Wade, we set out to prove everyone wrong. And we did. We brought a championship to the city of Miami. That title meant something different. It was a statement. It proved that my dominance had many chapters, that I could lead a team to the promised land on my own terms. It solidified my legacy as one of the game's all-time great centers. After Miami, I had stops in Phoenix, Cleveland, and Boston, chasing that one last ring, contributing as a veteran leader. But my story has always been bigger than basketball. The court was just one part of my life. Off the court, I was just as driven. I wanted to build an empire. I dabbled in music, releasing rap albums that went platinum. I starred in movies, some good, some, well, let's just say they were experiences. I became a businessman, an investor, a brand ambassador. I learned that the same principles that lead to success on the court, hard work, strategy, and surrounding yourself with a great team, apply in the boardroom too. One of my proudest achievements, though, has nothing to do with points or rebounds. It's my education. I went back to school. I earned my bachelor's degree, then my master's, and eventually, my doctorate in education. My mother always stressed the importance of learning, and I wanted to make her proud. I wanted to show every kid out there that learning has no finish line. You can always grow, you can always improve, you can always add new skills to your toolkit. Dr. O'Neal. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Today, you see me on TV, talking hoops, having fun, and trying to make people laugh. I've been blessed to have a platform, and I try to use it for good, to bring joy, and to give back to the communities that have given me so much. I'm a father, a son, a businessman, an entertainer, and a lifelong learner. So yeah, that's me. I am Shaq, a man who was born big, dreamed bigger, and worked tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. My life has been a testament to the idea that you can be more than one thing. You don't have to fit into a box. It's been a journey from a tough childhood to the pinnacle of sports and business. It's a story that's bigger than the court, bigger than the game, and in many ways, bigger than life. And you know what? I feel like I'm just getting started. Thanks for listening to my story. Make sure to follow along for what comes next.